These are soft, juicy, and melt in your mouth. Delicious. If you've ever struggled to get that perfect spongy texture, don't worry. If you've ever wondered how to make those perfect spongy rasgulla like you find in sweet shops, stay tuned, because I'm going to walk you through every single step. This recipe will have you whipping up soft, airy like a pro. Let's get started. We start by making fresh chhena, which is basically cottage cheese. For that, we need full-fat milk. This is super important because we want our rasgulla to be rich and soft, and full-fat milk helps with that. So here, I've got 1 liter of milk boiling in a heavy-bottomed pan. Bring the milk to a boil over medium heat, stirring occasionally to prevent it from scorching. Keep an eye on the milk as it boils so it doesn't overflow. Once the milk comes to a gentle boil, turn off the heat, and now we'll curdle it by adding lemon juice or vinegar. Here, I'm going to mix vinegar with a bit of water to dilute it. Slowly add this into the milk while gently stirring. You'll see the milk curdle right away. Once you see the milk solids separating from the whey, that greenish liquid, we know it's done. If the whey remains milky, it means the milk hasn't fully curdled yet, so you can add a little more vinegar until it separates completely. Place a clean muslin cloth or cheesecloth over a colander or bowl and pour the curdled milk into it. The whey will drain out, leaving only the chhena in the cloth. Gather the cloth's edges and gently squeeze out the extra whey. Immediately rinse the chhena with cold water. This cools it down, stopping the cooking process, and also helps remove the acidic taste from the vinegar. And gently squeeze out the extra water. Don't press too hard as you still want some moisture in the chhena for soft texture. Hang the cloth for about 30 to 45 minutes to let the excess whey drain naturally. Now comes the most crucial part, kneading. This step is what will make your rasgullas light and spongy. After 30 to 45 minutes, the chhena should feel soft but not too wet. If it's too dry, it might turn hard. If too wet, they'll break while cooking. So start kneading with the heel of your palm. You want to knead it for about 8 to 10 minutes until it's smooth and soft. The goal is to break down any granules in the chhena and form smooth dough. When the chhena stops feeling grainy and comes together like this, it's ready. If it's smooth and free from cracks, you're good to go. Now divide the dough into equal portions. Roll each portion gently between your palms to form smooth, crack-free balls. These will puff up and double in size while cooking, so make sure they're slightly smaller than the size you want. Let's move on to the sugar syrup, which is another key part of getting perfect rasgulla. In a wide, deep pan, add 1 cup of sugar and 5 cups of water. Make sure to use plenty of water, as need space to expand while cooking. Heat the water and sugar until the sugar dissolves completely. You don't need thick syrup. It should be nice and light so the rasgulla can absorb it properly. Then add a couple of cardamom pods for a light aromatic flavor. Once the sugar has dissolved, bring the syrup to a rolling boil. This is crucial because while you cook, it will puff up in this boiling syrup. Now, gently drop the balls into the boiling syrup. Make sure there's enough space for each to move around and expand. We'll cook these for 2 to 3 minutes without lid. After that, put the lid and cook these on high heat for 10 to 12 minutes, keeping the heat high to puff up nicely. You'll notice the size expanded and almost doubled in size. They should look soft and spongy. Now, lower the heat to medium and let the simmer for another 5 minutes to cook all the way through and absorb the syrup properly. A simple test to check perfectly cooked or not. Just drop one into a glass of cold water. If it sinks, it means it's properly cooked and has the right spongy texture. If it floats, it might need more cooking time. This happens because a well-cooked and due to proper absorption of the syrup and sinks in cold water, whereas undercooked or improperly cooked ones may still have air pockets, causing them to float. Once cooked, Turn off the heat and allow them to cool in the syrup. Let them rest for at least 30 minutes to an hour. These are best when served cold. After cooling at room temperature, transfer to the refrigerator and chill them for 4 to 5 hours or more. When you make rasgulla at home, you have to consider a few important techniques like you should knead the chhena till become soft, pliable and creamy in texture, but avoid over kneading, and always cook in a wide pan to ensure they have enough space to expand. They should be able to float freely in the syrup. Next one, keep the heat high when cooking to help puff up. Last one, use plenty of syrup to soak it up, ensuring they stay soft and spongy. I hope you try this recipe at home. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more delicious recipes.